All right, welcome to the second video. This is a, hopefully you clicked on here, introductory video about the Canvas site. Let's talk about that. So all the stuff that goes on the Canvas site is going to be right here, and all the support things that you have here. So before we do that here, let's go through the syllabus. I'm going to show you something real quick here. Click on the syllabus. And what I did is, as you go through it here, I did put in all the things that you need to do on Canvas or where you're going to find these here. So lecture videos for the class you're going to find on the YouTube channel. The discussion boards we're going to do on Canvas. So those, want to make sure that you get those there. The SLO exam we're going to do on the Canvas site right there. And xyzhomework.com. So really, let's take a look at these two right here because we're going to be doing them on the Canvas site already as we go through the rest of them. So I'm going to make sure I mention the discussion boards and the SLO exam. Okay, so back up here, click on home. Home is going to see these videos right here pop up for you always here. So grades are not going to be here inside the Canvas shell. So your grades are going to be in the xyzhomework.com site here. I will post announcements as we go throughout the weeks, just as you guys see how you guys are doing, how the class is doing. Assignments, technically, will just be discussion boards and the SLO exam. So let's click on discussions first. There's already one listed for you. And so there's discussion number 1, just introductions. That's what we have here. It is worth 20 points, just like any one of the discussion boards will be. But real quick here for the discussion board number 1, part 1 is really just introduce yourself to the class. Just a quick paragraph, maybe something about your major, the school that you plan to transfer to, any kind of hobbies you have. Why are you taking this course? Maybe you don't have to answer all those questions, but just to give a little bit of, or maybe just a quick intro about you to the class that you want to share with the rest of the students. There is a way you can do it actually in a video if you want to take the extra time to do that. That's cool too. Just keep it under 3 minutes if you are going to do that. And then the second part is just to respond to others. And then respond something meaningful, not just, yeah, me too, or I agree, but something more substantial than that here. But technically worth 10 points the first part and 10 points the second part. So there's the discussion pieces here. Pages, we're going to skip. Files, another menu that you need to know, click on to, that you can have things here. So this one, you should see 2 things here. First of all is another copy. It's a PDF copy of the syllabus. So that should be all good to go here. So clicking on it, it's the exact same thing that you saw on the previous video, just in PDF form right here. So that should be all good and all the same right there. If you do want to copy this out, I suggest just copy it, have it as a file. In fact, if you're going to transfer to other universities, sometimes they may ask you for a syllabus. So it is always good just to download and have that syllabus somewhere on your computer file system. Because when you go to transfer, and if you don't have it, you have to call back the school. They have to go find it. So just a matter of practice, always good. Download it. Don't print it from here, because if you print it from here, you're just going to click, it's actually just going to print the page only. But open it with Adobe or Adobe Reader. And when you click on that and open it with that, and just store it somewhere on your computer. That's my little 2 good cents for you today. All right, next thing on the list. Let's close this up. Next thing on the list is the schedule, when things are due. And so here it is. And if you want to download and copy this out, that would be good too. So here it is. Here's a schedule for the whole entire semester on the XYZ homework site. Most of these guys will be on there. I haven't put in the discussion boards. That's one thing, I didn't put discussion boards in here, but they will be given throughout the semester here. So you do have to complete something called the intro. Intro is just 5 problems. They show you how to enter different data into your computer. The 0 chapter, like I said in the syllabus, that is practice if you want to do that one, or review of pre-algebra if you really want to. But things that are due on the 11th is all of chapter 1. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. 1.5. Notice there's a skip of 1.7. So 1.6, 1.8, 1.9. We're not going to do 1.7. And so as you scroll through the semester, the only way I can fit in 9 chapters in 6 weeks is if only we kind of stagger the due dates here. So the next one is where chapter 2 is on a Thursday. Chapter 3 is on a Wednesday. So in a sense, essentially you have 7 days to do each chapter. And it's pretty fast, I gotta say. Okay, can't do it on the 5th because that's when we observe Independence Day, no class there. So you get that Tuesday, the chapter 5 is due, and then after that there's a midterm exam. So it's going to go by kind of quickly here. We turn around, start doing chapter 6. And again, that staggering effect of Thursday and then Wednesday. Then we have the SLO exam on the Canvas site and then the final exam, and we are done. Okay, so I would suggest download it as well and then just print it out, have it somewhere. So click on it, print it out, have this, just print it somewhere, have it on there. You can even have a sheet of paper on the wall, tack it to the wall, start crossing out ones that you have done. So then you have that. Okay, so hopefully that will give you at least a good scope of the class in that way. All right, what else is on here, this Canvas site here? Syllabus, where do you looked at? None of these have anything in it. If we are going to do a office hours, I'll have an extra announcement about that. The only thing to mention here would be this right here called Net Tutor. So if you are a Kalinga student, you can click over here. If you're a Lemoore student, you click on here. And when you click on it, it takes you to this site right here. So every single student at West Hills College, Kalinga or Lemoore or NDC, we bought 40 free hours of tutoring. So it's in any class, so you can access it through Canvas anytime. So if you are taking this summer, if you're taking, I don't know, econ, so you can get an econ tutor as well. All right, so for our class, it's going to be this one right here. It's math algebra. You click on that, and you really have 2 different choices as soon as it loads. You can either drop in and meet with a live tutor. You click on it, it's kind of like a chat window. They have like a whiteboard there, and you start talking to a live tutor. And those tutors have at least a bachelor's degree in their field. The other option is that you can drop off a question. You really got stuck on something, drop it off. They usually answer within 48 hours. There's that. And this little piece down here, this is your locker. So if you did meet with the tutor, that session is going to be recorded, put down here. If you did drop off a question, that question or the answer to that question will be dropped off right over here so you can get the feedback. I think it's a pretty cool service. Try it, try if it works for you. That's awesome. That's great. All right, so there's the Canvas site. There's really nothing else here that we are going to use. When I give you the SLO exam, I will show you how to access it. There'll be a way to do that here. All right, so quick intro on the Canvas shell.